Hi guys, good morning. So this is our Monday mental health activity day. I'm only going to say these topics once, or these segment topics once, because I really want to kind of get in the habit of just doing it and not having to explain everything. But because it's our first time, let's try this. Mental health activity day, mirror work. I came across it when I was doing a little research on what I wanted to do for September, and my understanding of it is just discussing things that are similar to shadow work for like self-reflection rituals or some shit like that. But I'm gonna spice it up a little bit just for me while also taking on what it actually means. Excuse my eyes, guys. I don't know what's going on, but every morning lately my eyes are just so puffy, and it is what it is. But anyway, so mirror work. I'm thinking our mirror work activity is going to really be based in just understanding who we are right now in this moment, right? So yesterday I was scrolling and I came across this video of this lady talking about how she tries every morning to just, before she gets out of bed, to say exactly how she expects her day to go, who she wants to be, and just the goal she's going to check off in order to get to that goal of just her ultimate self. So for me, of course, I have this goal of pushing this activity lesson thing. It was going to be an event, Letters to Her, where we did exactly that. We really wrote a letter to our future self, trying to make this a reality as opposed to just, having these dreams, talking about what we want to do, making vision boards based off of other people, and just, extra stuff. But I have put it together to now turn it into mirror work. So, mirror work is going to be exactly that. Let's dive in, talk about who we are going to be, what we want it to look like, or at least I can give you the tips on what it should look like so you can create your own at your own time. These videos will probably be no more than 10 minutes, if it's that at all, because these are short activities. They're just going to be something that you can get information from and run with. So, letters to her, aka mirror work. When you are developing your letter to her, you need to first understand what characteristics are you getting rid of. Now, this is something that I've done in another workshop that I hosted, but I want to make sure that everyone understands this step will probably go with every activity we do. What are you trying to get rid of, right? That's not always a bad thing. Sometimes when we hear this, we're like, oh my gosh, I have to go ahead and just get rid of who I am, don't have to be myself, all these different things. When in reality, no, like there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, maybe I'm not as direct when I communicate. Maybe I am petty. Maybe I don't understand how to just empathize with other people. Being reflective and understanding who you are is not a bad thing. The goal of it is to figure out exactly who you are trying to be and go forth and change, right? A lot of the times we base our change on other people or some major circumstance that affected us. That to me is just so stressful, because if that dependent relationship ends, or something affects your uh, perspective of that situation, you're no longer going to be tied to that change. You're going to feel like, oh, well, I changed for no reason. You're going to regress, and then you're going to sit here and feel like shit all over again. So, this is for you. Who do you want to be? In order to get to who you want to be, you have to remove, you have to shed. Everything goes through a transformation. What is yours going to be? If I'm being honest, mine is going to be, again, more vulnerable. I want to communicate better, and that just means standing on business, not in a negative way. Meaning, if I feel something, if someone did something to me, I have to be direct and stand on that. My boundaries are my boundaries, and I can't change it to appease someone else. I can't have a full conversation and try and digest why someone else feels a certain way just because I want them to be on my side. It is what it is. If you lose people, you lose people, and that's something that I'm working on. And I guess to give you three, because for some reason I work in three, I want to make sure that I'm more present with my day to day. So I am a huge planner. I love to plan. Okay. I am always doing stuff that just doesn't make sense to me, because I am like thinking 6 steps ahead instead of right now in the moment, right? So if I'm planning to have a butterfly in 3 months, but I didn't even get a caterpillar yet. How the hell am I going to have a butterfly? Like, I don't even like bugs. So it just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm doing all these things that don't compute. But in reality, there's certain things that you just have to understand. And a big part of that is going to be, oh, love, 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 love. Sorry, guys, I'm working. And this workflow I just put together has finally sent out one of the messages, and it's beautiful. It turned out right. Anyway, so all of that being said, I know those are my 3 things that I really want to work on. I have to do it in order to become her. Get a better vision, get a better sense. So moving forward, I am now going to start implementing different things that allow me to move into those new versions of myself, right? So if we're talking about being more present, what does that even look like? For someone that's never experienced it, for someone that is truly trying to understand going from one position to another, I've always hated people showing me the end result. I've always hated people telling me, like, oh yeah, you just need to be this person. You need to just be by yourself, do this, or be more confident. How? How? How am I supposed to do that? You tell me how. And most of the time, people are saying this not even knowing where to start. So it's always been funny to me. Anyway, so here we are. We're talking about all these different things that come with changing to the person you're trying to be. You've identified what you're trying to change. Now, the tasks. For me being present, like I was saying, sorry, I rambled. With me being more present, it comes with removing the extended process or expectations, and more so just focusing on exactly what I'm trying to do within a week span. So someone from the past has always told me, do a 10-day goal or 10-day task list. So goals that I can accomplish within 10 days. And for a long time that helped me. Like, I was able to focus, I was able to narrow down exactly what I'm trying to do. But then little audacious, here I come trying to make it bigger and bigger and bigger until it got to the point where I'm just like, okay, I've lost focus, I've lost sight, like I have no idea. I'm just trying to be the me that I know I want to be within 10 days, right? So again, if you were listening, if you know me, it's always going to be, what can I accomplish at the very end of this within 10 days, right? Something that may take a year in 10 days. So I have to focus on relinquishing control, regaining that focus, to make sure that I'm not trying to turn it into something that Jasa thinks she wants and needs. So that's one piece. The other piece that I've been trying to do is really make things make sense. So sometimes we get into this moment where we are comparing. We're constantly comparing and saying, oh, well, I need a vision. I need a blueprint. No, you don't. You don't need a blueprint. You have all the tools you need within inside you. Do not set expectations or goals for yourself that do not match the skills or personality traits you have within yourself. So write those down. That'd be another trick I would say for this mirror work activity. Okay, so let's recap, because I know I'm like rambling, doing everything, and talking really fast. First, we need to remove everything that we don't want to be there anymore. Do a really good clean house. Personally, I do like a SWOT analysis with my with myself. I can share that, but it's kind of ghetto. So look up a SWOT analysis, change it, transition it into something that's more personal, that connects with like your personality, and then kind of do a deep dive. Figure out what's staying, what's going. Identify who you want to be, but also figure out the tasks that align with those different things. So again, if you're trying to communicate more, what is that going to look like in order for you to do it? You, not someone else. You. Okay. And then again, we're going to talk about we're going to, but guys, I forgot. We're going to focus on just making sure that we're able to implement them in reasonable time. Okay, that's something else I think I just added, but I remember the other piece. The last piece is you're going to find the ways that you can accomplish them. Meaning, I'm repeating myself, meaning that we are focusing on the skills and personality traits that we have. So write those down. Write down what personality traits you think you have. Who are you? Don't make it negative. Don't say, oh, I talk too much. No, ma'am. Say you always have something to say because you're passionate about it. I don't know. It still sounded negative, but you know what I mean. Talk about your skills. Are you an amazing writer? Are you an amazing speaker? Do you love to talk to people? What are the things that actually connect to you in a positive way? A lot of the times we try to downplay it and talk negative because we think that that's what others want to hear in the sense of a counseling or reflective space. Absolutely not. If you think you're the shit, you're the shit. Say it, write it down, believe it. Stop trying to dim your light or make yourself small because you feel like growth cannot be growth unless it's negative. We're getting out of that. So, all of that being said, mirror work, my level of mirror work, what I believe is going to be beautiful and really help us get to that sense of her, is going to be these things. We are not trying to create some stupid ass ritual that we're going to give up later. We're not trying to create some stupid ass habit or routine or whatever, or try and be like everyone on the internet. Absolutely not. We're focusing on who we are, what we're capable of, and creating our own damn blueprints that people want to follow. Okay? So do those things. Check back in because on Wednesday we're doing another topic. Okay. See you Wednesday. That was my 10 minutes. Bye.